Hi YouTube, this is Chrysanthemum, and this is the review of episode 10, Basketball Wives, LA. Okay, let's get right into it. I think that this is scripted. Okay, my first point is Laura. Why do you have a beef with Draya? Why do you hate Draya so much? Is it because that you think you can whoop her ass? And is that why you become friends with Malaysia? Because you know you can't whoop her ass because she stumped your ass when you guys were on that rooftop. So that's why you're trying to be Malaysia's friend. And oh, what is this on my chin? Gloria, you could get corrective surgery for that skin that's hanging off your stomach. You can get some corrective surgery for that. But you might not be able to now because you don't have any money because the guy left you, Matt Barnes. Imani, um, did you tell Laura you were gonna remove her stuff? No, you didn't, because later on I saw that you told her that you had already removed it. But did you know that if Laura wanted to press charges against you in LA, she could, because you said that she could leave her stuff there at your place, and then you can't just remove people's stuff and put it in storage without notifying them, because she could sue you in small claims court. Okay, another thing, I'm going to save Jackie for last because she's a special case. Um, okay, now I wrote on another thing, I said, Laura, I finally agree with you on one thing because you and Imani came to find out that Jackie is a very childish person. And I think that Imani, you show that you are more of an adult, uh, one of the adults in the whole group. You and Malaysia seem to be the most adult and the most acting your age people out of the whole group. And then Draya comes up the rear, and the rest of them, Laura, you have a little bit of kudos, but Gloria, you act like a child, and so does Jackie. Um, okay. Now let's get on Jackie. I have so many things I wrote down for Jackie. So one of the first things I wrote down for Jackie, this is one of my notes. Jackie is a bipolar drama queen, narcissistic bitch. If you used to, this is when she said she lived. Oh, she said she lived on Hilo and another one of the islands in the Hawaiian Islands. So my thing was, if you lived on the islands for 2 years, why is the stuff you guys are doing on the main islands impressing you so much? Why are you acting like it's just such a big deal? Why are you acting like you didn't know that you guys were gonna go to the luau and they were gonna serve pork? And on that pork thing, Jackie, for real, you knew that was pork and you knew that wasn't chicken, because since when have they put pigs' heads on chickens? I don't think they do that. So that means that you're a liar. You are a very big liar, Jackie. You're a very big liar. And you're just a big liar. And you are too fascinated with the things on Hawaii for a person who lived there. You're just too fascinated with it. And is the reason why your marriage lasts so long because your husband is scared of you? Because of the way you trying to punk everybody? Is that the reason why he's staying with you? Because he's afraid you're going to whoop his ass? And when you said that you're psychic, no, you're not psychic. You saying you're psychic and you know somebody's going to get their ass whooped. No, you're not psychic. You're just messy. And you just trying to manipulate the situation so that people will argue and fuss. Jackie, you are too old. And just like Laura was saying, and I never thought I would agree with Laura, just like Laura was saying in that show, Overtime, they had a show come on afterwards called Overtime, and it had Tammy Roman being the host. And if you could have saw how Laura was having her little funny looks towards Jackie, Jackie is actually crazy because she was on that show acting like what the clips that Tammy was showing. She was acting like they really were no big deal. Jackie, you are crazy because you're playing little childish games like you're in junior high school. And just like Laura said, aren't you almost 60 or aren't you 60? Don't you think it's time to grow up now? You are 60 years old. You know, you need to be more of an adult than acting like a child. And starting he say she say shit at 60 is not good. It's not cute. It's not good. It's not adult. It's not grown. And for one thing, you're not a grown ass woman. You just a little bitty child in a grown ass woman body. And you just happen to mass produce, get married for 16 years in a row, plus the other two marriages. And you're just crazy. I think you get married every year because maybe you have Alzheimer's or something, and that's why you have to get married every year because you can't remember your ass is married to the man already, the Christie. I really believe that man might be scared of you because I think I'm a little scared of you now because you are just crazy. That's what I feel, that you're just a crazy ass motherfucker. That's what you are, Jackie. You are crazy. Oh, this is my review. Tell me what you think. You can like me, please. Please subscribe. Please comment, good or bad. I look at all the comments, um, and I respond back. What do you think about Jackie? I really just think that she is just too old to be acting so childish. Oh, forgot about Draya. I wrote something about Draya. I said Draya. You have just been you have just been had by a bipolar bitch. She does not, talking about Jackie. She does not keep it real like she says. She don't know how to do that. This hoe gets married every year, 16 years now. Who does that? And she was so drunk when she was talking to Draya. And she was just talking about Laura, and she was so drunk. If you could see her face, if you have a way to see that clip when she was talking to Dre in the dark, her whole face was like twisted when she was talking. She just looked like she's just a drunk anyway, and she probably is. She probably drinks a lot. I don't know. This basketball wise, I if they were to do another one, I would really rather they did use real wives because Malaysia proved to be a person that's more laid back and that acts like a wife. I mean, and if you did use girlfriends or ex girlfriends, then actually you should use a person like Imani, Andrea, and maybe Malaysia, but not Gloria, not Laura, and not definitely not Jackie. I really wish they would have kept Tanya on there because I really think that Tanya would have brought something different to the show. She would have been a more calm person, a person that would have thought more about the things that she was saying, and she would have brought a little bit more adultness to the show because she would not have done more than half of the things that these people were doing. And I really do think that Malaysia kept her cool after she beat Laura's ass on the first or second show. I really believe that Drea actually kept her cool during this whole season because she really didn't put herself out there to be an idiot. She showed people what she did for a living, and she showed people how she's trying to make it, and she proved herself about her son, and she showed how she takes care of her mom and her son. Gloria just showed that she was just in the end nothing but a jump off. The same way they wanted to say Drea was one. I guess a jump off knows a jump off. That's why you know what a jump off does because you are actually one. And the way that Brad, the way that Matt Barnes dumped you now and talks about you on Twitter, that's really not good. So that lets you know that you are a jump off. If anybody says to another man. If you want her, you can have her. That means he have no respect for you. And he probably never did have any respect for you. And Laura, oh, I actually give you a pass this week because you actually act like an adult. And you act better than I thought that you would in a situation like that with the person who's talking about you behind your back and trying to stir up a whole bunch of mess. You actually held your cool, and you actually handled it in more of an adult way. But when it comes to Jackie, I just really think, Jackie, you need some drugs in your life. You need some type of psychiatrist in your life. You need some type of counseling in your life. You need to get your life back because obviously you have lost your mind. This is Chris with my review of Basketball Wives, episode 10. So tell me what you think. Bye bye, YouTube.